Welcome to Stereo Current, your daily roundup of indie music, vinyl culture, and the sounds moving through the scene. I'm Camille Laurent.
And I'm Miles Mercer. We're coming to you in that contemplative stretch of the day, reflecting on the news that's vibrating through the record shops and the digital airwaves. Today, we're talking about a return that, well, it feels like a long-awaited celestial event.
It truly does, Miles. There are artists who release music just to, stay in the conversation. And then there are artists like Robyn, who wait until the conversation is ready for them. After 8 years of relative silence since the shimmering club pulse of Honey, the Swedish pop visionary has finally announced her new LP, Sexistential, slated for a March 27th release on the Young label.
Yeah, 8 years. In pop time, that's practically an epic, isn't it? But Robyn has always operated on her own internal clock. She's been popping up in cameos lately, showing up for Charlie XCX and Gracie Abrams, but this is the first time we're seeing the full architecture of her new vision. She's given us 2 more tracks today, Talk to Me, and the title track, Sexistential.
The description she and producer Claes Åhlund gave for this project is just so visceral. They wanted Sexistential to feel like a spaceship coming through the atmosphere at high speed and, crash landing. It's that feeling of searching too far out in space and finally colliding back into your own skin.
I love that image, Camille. It's a very stereo current sentiment. That idea that the most profound discovery isn't out there in the void, but in the friction of the re-entry. It sounds like she's moving away from the soft focus, ambient-adjacent house of Honey, and back into something more jagged, more immediate.
Right, and we can't ignore the collaborators here. Talk to Me marks her first work with the legendary Max Martin since 2010. Martin, of course, is the architect of the modern pop hook, but when he works with Robyn, there's always this subversive undercurrent. She says she likes talkers, that intelligence and communication are what turn her on.
It's that intellectual polish you always appreciate, Camille. But there's also something incredibly raw here. Robyn spoke about the purpose of her life being to stay horny, not necessarily in a purely sexual sense, but as a state of being sensual and attracted to life, not letting the world dull that sensitivity. It's a defiant stance for an artist who has been in the industry for 3 decades.
Exactly. And that brings us to the track everyone is going to be talking about. The title track, Sexistential, is being described as, get this, perhaps the world's first rap about having one-night stands while 10 weeks pregnant after IVF.
It's a specific niche, to be sure, yeah. But the origin story is pure gold. Apparently, Robyn heard an interview where André 3000 said nobody would want to hear him rap about his colonoscopy. Robyn took that as a personal challenge. She thought, that's my cue. I have to write a rap about IVF.
It's such a brilliant subversion of the cool in hip-hop and pop to take a deeply clinical, vulnerable, and often grueling process like IVF and center it in a track about desire and the body. It's quintessential Robyn. She's taking the existential and making it, sexistential.
It reminds me of why we follow the indie and alternative spheres so closely. It's where those personal, messy, human experiences get synthesized into something you can actually dance to. She's performing the title track tonight on Colbert, which should give us our first real taste of the live energy of this era.
The track list itself reads like a manifesto. Really Real, Dopamine, Blow My Mind, Sucker for Love. It feels grounded, yet aspirational. Moving from the Young label, home to artists like FKA Twigs and Jamie XX, suggests she's leaning even further into that high art, electronic, experimental space she's curated for herself.
For the vinyl collectors out there, this is going to be a must grab. You just know the production from Island and Martin is going to demand a high fidelity listen. March 27th can't come soon enough. You can find more details at neuralnewscast.com/shows/stereo-current.
It's the return of a heartbeat we didn't realize we were missing. That's our look at the return of Robyn. You can find the full track list and the video for Talk to Me over at Spin.
We'll be keeping a close eye on the pre-orders and the scene reactions as we get closer to the launch. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Stereo Current. I'm Miles Mercer.
And I'm Camille Laurent. Keep listening, keep searching, and keep that sensitivity afloat. We'll see you tomorrow.
Stereo Current is a production of Neural Newscast. Catch you on the flip side. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.